And we are back. Pokemon Black 2 Hardcore Nuzlocke, the run continues. We are making our way to the 8th and final gym against Marlin and his Water-type Pokemon. Let's do this thing. Alright, we've defeated all of the Team Plasma Grunts, and that just leaves Zinzalin here, their leader. He's got his Ice-type Pokemon, and we have Emboar, so we stack up very favorably against his team. But let's see if we can beat him without losing anybody. Cryo comes down, we send out Emboar. We have our Firefighting type on our side here. The Heat Crash is going to start us off. However, we do get hit with the Confuse Ray, and we're going to have to fight through that. The Heat Crash does break through and takes out the first Cryo. Really good stuff. And now the second Cryo comes down, and we have to deal with a light screen. That's not going to mess with us too much since that's special defense. We're dealing mainly physical damage. We hurt ourselves in Confusion, and then we have to tank an Ice Beam on top of that. Thankfully, Aragon does break through Confusion here, gets another Heat Crash down, and the second Cryo falls. And that just leaves his Ace Weavile, the Ice Dark typing, and gets a Slash down, and that is a critical hit, leaving us at 20 HP. We get an Oranberry for reprieve, but we are still confused, and if Aragon hurts himself, thank goodness, I think that would have killed us, and he breaks through and gets one more Heat Crash. Just absolutely way too close, but we do defeat Zinzalin, and we are on to the next fight. Now we're just taking on a member of the Shadow Triad here, and he sends out his Pawniard, and we still have Aragon the Emboar out front, so we just defeat him with the Heat Crash, no problem. However, the Absol comes down, we go in for the Stab Hammer Arm, and the Swords Dance gets ahead of us, and we miss the Hammer Arm, 10% miss chance, and it happens. So now Absol is looking at +2. And he is faster, so very scary if we swap in. So we stay out, go for another Hammer Arm, which shouldn't be a problem. Another Swords Dance comes down now. Absol is +4, and we somehow miss yet another Hammer Arm, and we stay in, and this is it. This is a +4 Slash, and it holds on at 22 HP. The big fiery pig clings to life, gets another Oranberry, and the Hammer Arm does connect on the third try, and the Dark Horse goes down. The Shadow Triad member is just going to send out his last Pokemon here, which is another Pawniard, and we are just going to get our pig to safety, get Aragon on the stretcher, get the parachute, get him out of here, and we are just going to swap into Arya, our Crocodile, and see if we can finish off this Knight in Shining Armor. We're just going to have to tank one move here, and it goes for Hone Claws. So he's doing a little bit of a setup here, looking at our entire team, thinking he can take us, but we know he cannot, and Arya is just going to take her pick here and go with the Bulldoze, Stab Bulldoze. It is super effective, and there goes the Shadow Triad member. No problem, way too close with the pig once again. Let's see if we can clean that up moving forward, but I do believe it is now time for the 8th and final gym. Let's go. And we have arrived at the 8th and final gym. We're going to be facing off against some Water-type Pokemon. I've had a lot of success against this gym in the past, and I've also had a lot of failure. So I'm really interested to see how we stack up against Marlin and his Pokemon. We have a lot of good tools at our disposal given the grass and electric types here. And I am feeling pretty confident that we can get out of here without losing anybody. Again, Sawsbuck is potentially the best counter to this gym, as the normal typing makes it immune from the Ghost Jellicent, and the grass typing just does fantastic against all of the water types. So let's see how this goes. I did get burned by Cursed Body before using Horn Leech against the Ace here, so I'm just interested to see how this plays out. And because you're going to get the turtle right here, Caracosta, and he has Shell Smash, and that can be absolutely devastating. So Shell Smash with Sturdy is just fantastic, because then it can eat no matter what move you use, and then it gets healed, and then it's going to be outspeeding you. So it's just really tough, but it might not even go for that. So here we go. Horn Leech is going to bring it to no HP, and actually I'm fine with going for this instead of Leech Seed for more of a drawn out fight, because if Marlin uses, or Merlin, I can't remember his name, we'll just call him Marlin. If Marlin uses the potion right here on the turtle, I think that's just a lot better than potentially the Jellicent. But we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Horn Leech comes down and is going to pop the Sturdy, and there it is. So let's see. The Shell Smash does happen here. So now he has +2 attack, +2 defense. I'm sorry, +2 attack, +2 special attack, and then loses all of its defenses. But the beauty in that, because of the sturdy on top of a +2 speed, I love Shell Smash. But the beauty of that is now Marlin uses the potion, and now the turtle is potentially faster and hits harder than us. So it really just means that you are absolutely dead to critical now. If you weren't dead to critical before, you are now. Now, I believe in the past when we did this, the Bambi here, the deer actually outsped the turtle, even though the shell smash came down. And Quimby does. History repeats itself, and that is just a really clean speed stat on the deer side here, as well as just a very poor speed stat on the turtle. So a lot of that was just worrying about nothing. But the fight continues here, and the Whale Lord comes down, and I do believe the whale has bounce. So it definitely makes you wonder, should you get the Leech Seed? But I think if bounce critical hits, we lose our Bambi. And that's not what you want to see. And good lord, you would think Whale Lord has sturdy as well, as the big fellow holds on with what seems to be 1 or 2 HP. And we are looking fantastic right now. A potion does not come down, and Hornleech from the Quimby, from the Sawsbuck here, is just fantastic. And that is 2 Pokemon down. And that leads us to Jellicent, who absolutely destroyed me in my last White 2 run. So I am here for redemption. And so last time I used Hornleech, and it wasn't enough to kill the jellyfish, and Cursed Body procced, so I wasn't able to use Hornleech again. And then if you see here, I ended up with a normal and a fighting type move, which cannot hit Jelly because of the ghost typing. So hopefully I can learn from my mistake. Let's get a Leech Seed down just so that can start chipping away, and potentially 2 Leech Seed procs plus Hornleech. You would think that is enough, as long as Scald does not burn here. If this doesn't burn, I think we've got this in the bag. And it does not burn. Leech Seed heals back, and I think if Hornleech doesn't kill, I do believe Leech Seed will do the job here. Quimby drops back, and let's see what happens. Does the jellyfish tank it? And it doesn't. The 1 Leech Seed plus the Hornleech is enough to get the job done. Beautiful stuff. This was all Quimby. This was all Sawsbuck. Didn't need any support from the teammates, and we are looking fantastic. That is the 8th and final gym done, and now all we have is Team Plasma Getsis, as well as Team Plasma Colress right before that, and we'll be making our way to Victory Road in the Elite Four before you know it. Let's keep it going. Let's try not to lose anybody. We need as many options as possible for this Elite Four, as it seems to be the hardest one from Gen 3 to Gen 6. So let's buckle down. We can do this. As always, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. And I will catch you on the flip. Peace.